Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you to Central Illinois Sports, exclusive coverage of the IESA Boys Basketball State Tournament. You're watching 7th grade Class 1A semifinal action. It's the Sons of Augusta Southeastern taking on the Knights of Ottawa Marquette. Two teams that had very exciting days here in their quarterfinal matchups, and now they pair off to see who will face West Lincoln Broadwell in next Thursday's state championship game that will also have live for you here on Central Illinois Sports. We'll take a quick break here on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. When we come back, we'll tell you about these two teams and how we got there. Here we go on Central Illinois Sports.
Are you looking to streamline your banking? Great Rivers Bank has just what you need with our streamlined checking and savings accounts. Earn high interest rates or get cash back on debit card purchases with your qualifying account, plus ATM fee refunds. Certain qualifications required. Call or visit our website today at www.greatriversbank.bank to get started. Great Rivers Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hey, West Central Illinois, are you looking for a great deal on a vehicle? Well, at Westtown Ford, we have a lot full of vehicles. Cars, trucks, vans, SUVs. We've got them all, and a lot of them at Westtown Ford in Jacksonville.
Kate Marable, real estate broker with Hometown Real Estate, would like to say good luck to all area teams and hopes everyone has a successful and healthy season. When you're in the market for a new home or would like to sell your home, be sure to call Kate Marable. Kate is a lifelong resident of the area and has experience in first-time home buyers, FHA, USDA, and VA loans. Call Kate Marable at 217-370-9809. That's 370-9809 for Kate Marable and Hometown Real Estate.
We welcome you back here on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show with locations in Pittsfield, Berry, Liberty, and Hannibal. Give Damon Emmerich and his team a call for your next banking and loan needs. Their customer-friendly service will help you secure your next loan. Visit the online banking tool at greatriversbank.bank for FDIC and equal housing lender. For the Augusta Southeastern Sons, they come into the basketball game now with a record of 19-4 on the year, as they are a 40-47 winner over Mendota Holy Cross here in our third quarterfinal of the day. The Sons came out shooting red hot. Brian Chillian says they just make usually 4 3-pointers a game. They had knocked down 6 in the first half, and 5 total of the day came from Nolan Stevens, who finished with 21 points for a game high. And, of course, you'll know the name when we say Stevens because his older brother, Danny, currently suits up for the University of Missouri. There's always a great Stevens on every great Southeastern squad, and this is the one on this state tournament team for Southeastern. They are complemented by Cash Lance, Hudson Ramsey, Hayden Wilcox, and Carter Akers in the starting 5, a team that's very, very defensive-minded. This team's very potent on the offensive end, too, but Brian Chillian says this team really prides itself on its defensive efforts. They give up just 20 points a basketball game while averaging 38 on their own scoring, shoot 58% from the free throw line. They're coming in on now an 8-game winning streak dating back to the regular season. They defeated Jacksonville, our savior, in the regional semifinal, 61-29, defeated Griggsville Perry 33-26 in the regional championship game, and defeated Bunker Hill Wolf Ridge 57-24 to get to the state tournament here today. 20th state tournament appearance overall for Augusta Southeastern in 7th and 8th grade boys basketball. They've got a couple of state championships to their name back in the early 90s, I believe, late 80s. They're trying to get another one in the trophy case here tonight, and they're going to have to get past a pretty good Ottawa Marquette team to do it. We'll see what the Suns have up their sleeve tonight as we are watching the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. When we step aside for a couple of minutes of breaks here, we'll come back and tell you about the Knights of Ottawa Marquette and how they've got to this semifinal. You're watching the Great Rivers Bank pregame show here live on Central Illinois Sports.
Your getting thirsty. Bold. Refreshing. So good. I mean, dude.
It's time to be thinking about tax planning. You can count on Illinois FBFM for accounting, consulting, and tax preparation for farmers and businesses in Pike, Brown, and Adams counties. Call 217-593-7233. That's 593-7233. Illinois FBFM can take care of your farm accounting needs. Get your accounts in order for this tax season. Contact Jesse Schumann and Emily Matthews at Illinois FBFM in Camp Point, working for you. Griffin Signs and Time at 122 South 9th Street in Quincy is a full-service sign company that can complete any project, from fully wrapping your entire fleet of vehicles, digital signs, storefronts, to creating small banners and signs. The right and professional signage is the difference of getting the job, heading folks in the correct direction to find you, or creating a brand recognition for potential customers. Put the right signs in your customer's mind with Griffin Signs and Time. Call 217-228-7470.
Grab the game while your kids are busy. You know, streaming, gaming, and homework. Now you can teach your kids the value of $1 by showing bundles with Cascom. Bundle telephone, internet, and TV. Bundle 2 for a double play or 3 for a triple play. Plus, save $20 a month for 3 months for a limited time. Then you can tell everyone how you help them with their math homework. Call Cascom about bundles today at 1-800-252-1799. Cascom at 1-800-252-1799.
Welcome you back here on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show as we get ready to tell you about the Knights of Ottawa Marquette. A 29-25 winner over Cambridge Junior High here earlier today. They come into today's game with a record of 22 wins, just against 2 losses. For Jason Herman's squad, this is a team kind of led by a big three. Tate Hopkins, who averages 11 points a game. Braden Herman, who averages 10, and Barron Hellman, who averages 8. This team comes in riding a 9-game winning streak. They also had a nice 8-game winning streak earlier in the season. Another defensive-minded team, and this was really something to see in our fourth quarterfinal today because Cambridge normally scores about 45 points a game. They were held, of course, to just 25 in the semifinal, and Ottawa Marquette's able to put up some points of their own. They averaged 38, and they were held to just 29. They only average giving up about 20 points a game as well. So two teams with very defensive-minded attitudes, but they're also very potent on the offensive side. And, of course, the big shot of the last quarterfinal came out of the hands of Noah Novotny, who gave Ottawa Marquette a 26-25 lead with just seconds remaining into the contest. Knocked one down from the right corner. As Ottawa Marquette trailed by as many as 6 points in the fourth quarter, they were able to rally, and they end up winning by 4. Their road to the state tournament looks a little bit like this. In the regional semifinal, they defeat Marcel Milton Pope 37-7, defeat Ottawa Wallace 33-11 in the regional championship game, and in the sectional championship, they defeated St. Anne 49-30. This team's racked up some high-scoring efforts here in the regular season. They've scored 50 points against Utica Waltham. They've also scored 45 over McNabb Putnam County. And they've also had some really tight basketball games. They defeated Ottawa Shepherd 29-26, defeated Mendota Holy Cross 30-24 in the regular season, also defeated them a second time in the season. But the big win that they talk about is JFK out of Spring Valley. They won that game 42-40, a game where Jason Harmon says they did not play very well defensively, but they dug down, found a way, and they ended up winning the basketball game by 42-40. And that's the kind of effort they'll have to have here tonight to go against what is a very potentially potent Southeastern Sun squad. This team jumped out to a 12-0 lead in their quarterfinal and led by as many as about 20 before Holy Cross came out and really just had a heck of a second half and really turned it into a basketball game towards the end. We've got just a couple of minutes left here in the Great Rivers Bank postgame show. We'll take our last break. When we come back, it's the Farm and Home starting lineups and semifinal number 2. Don't go anywhere. You're watching IESA Boys Basketball State Tournament coverage on Central Illinois Sports.
When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies focus on your income. At Northwestern Mutual, we focus on your outcome. That's why we know what it takes to succeed both on your balance sheet and in your life. It takes the right financial partner who looks at where you are now and where you want to go and design a financial plan to take you there so you can achieve the life you're after today and every day after. Focus on your financial outcome with Northwestern Mutual. Contact Sheila Davidsmeyer today. Her office is located at 311 West Washington in Pittsfield, Illinois, or visit SheilaDavidsmeyer.nm.com. The Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
From bag to field to bin, Prairieland FS is your home for quality seed. We treat it right here at one of our local facilities, deliver it right to your farm, and then provide the propane to fuel your bins. Have confidence in what you're putting in your engine with our energy specialist. They're focused on maximizing power, fuel efficiency, and engine protection to keep you going. We're neighbors serving neighbors. Prairieland FS, your leading supplier of choice.
At Farmer State Bank, we believe in community, teamwork, and success. We're thrilled to announce that we've been named the best place to work in Illinois and the best community bank in America this year. Join us on this winning team where your dreams take center court at Farmer State Bank. We're a team. Discover the difference. The best place to bank, the best place to work. Because when our community wins, we all win. Where community, excellence, and opportunity come together. Farmer State Bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
As a new hunting season begins, we observe a species most rare, the hunter incompetus. The hunting ritual begins. Already he stakes his claim by bringing a duck call to a deer hunt. Disaster strikes. A devastating blow to a long-suffering species. There may be no helping the hunter incompetus, but for everyone else, no other place has it all like Farm and Home Supply.
Tell my mom to pick me up soon.
Time for the Farm and Home starting lineups. Let's meet the starting five here for the Knights of Ottawa Marquette. A 6th grade guard, number 0, Noah Navani. At guard, number 11, a 7th grader, number 11, Tate Hopkins. At a 3rd guard for the Knights, number 4, the 7th grade forward, number 15, is Baron Hellman. Also in the starting five here tonight, 7th grade forward, number 33, Braden Herman. And rounding out the starting five at center, the 6th grader, number 52, Gerard Cooper, for Jason Herman's 22-2 Ottawa Marquette Knights. On the opposite side for Brian Shullion's 19-4 Southeastern Suns, their starting five looks a little bit like this. At guard, a 7th grader, number 14, is Hayden Wilcox. At guard, number 33, a 7th grader, is Hudson Ramsey. At forward, number 12, the 6th grader, Carter Akers. At the other forward, a 7th grader, number 24, is Cash Lance. And at forward, a 6th grader, number 32, is Nolan Stevens for the 19-4 Southeastern Suns. The winner gets West Lincoln Broadwell in the state championship game coming up on Thursday. The loser will face Siegel St. Michael's coming up in our 3rd place contest. That will be at 6 p.m. proceeding. Still a nice crowd here in attendance. Several Southeastern Suns fans have made the trip from Hancock County, and Ottawa's got a nice contingent here as well. They've got some students on both sides, and that always makes things a little more fun. Gerard Cooper will step into the center circle here for Ottawa Marquette. Nolan Stevens will line up on the opposite side for Southeastern. The two bump fists in the middle. Terry Glod, Roger DeLapp, and Ron Ruth are 3 officials here for our semifinal contest today, and we're ready to go. It's semifinal number 2 from East Peoria, Central Junior High, and we're underway. Suns control the tip. It's going to be Ramsey with the basketball first for Southeastern as they work it down over to Wilcox on the left side. Back down to Ramsey down in the corner. This is Lance with the basketball. Crossover dribble, nothing there. Spin moves in, kicks it back out to Carter Akers. They've got to get rid of it. Ramsey will reset the offense here, just 25 seconds down in the first quarter. Driving in was Wilcox. They kick it back out now. Driving in, Cash Lance. He'll go up. He'll get fouled and go to the free throw line. So Southeastern with an opportunity to point some free points on the board here, as the foul is going to get called against Ottawa Marquette, and that one's early on going to go against Braden Herman. It'll be his first. Lance to the free throw line. First one is up and no good. Southeastern in the home whites tonight with blue numbers and letters and gold trim. Ottawa Marquette in their road navy blues with some gold numbers and lettering and trim on the shoulders. Second one up and no good. Both do not fall here for the Suns. Rebound comes down into the hands of Braden Herman. Hopkins will take the basketball across the time stripe. Averages 10 points a game for this Ottawa Marquette offense. They get the basketball down into Herman. Goes up with it. Shot no good. Basket and a rebound for Gerard Cooper. He gets the first two on the board for the Knights. It's a 2-0 basketball game. And now Hudson Ramsey trying to get past the coverage. Novotny's going to get whistled for the foul. It'll be Novotny's first, team second of the basketball game here already against the Knights. We remind you when we get to 5 team fouls in the quarter, we go to double bonus shooting. There is no more 1-and-1 after 7 total fouls and a half. Akers with the basketball. Takes a couple of dribbles, nowhere to go with it, trying to find Stevens, and now he gets it back to him at the volleyball line. Guarded out by Hopkins. Between the legs dribble, goes to the left side. Nice spin move, goes up against Gerard. Gerard able to get a block on it. Gerard Cooper with a big block for the Knights. And they work it down. It's going to be a pass and a turnover as they were looking for Herman, and instead that goes sailing out of bounds. It'll be a turnover against Marquette, and the Suns will regain possession here. Southeastern trails 2-0 on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. Just 90 seconds gone by in our second semifinal. Ramsey with the basketball, takes a few dribbles, no count from the officials. Lance with it, down into Akers. Foot inside the arc, would have been a 2 if it fell. Rebound goes to the way of the Knights as Herman grabs the rebound. It was a little bit of a slow-paced game against Cambridge at times, and that was really what Ottawa Marquette needed to get back into the basketball game, as Cambridge had found a way to string together some points very quickly, led by 6, and now it's a steal. Steal on the way. Here comes Wilcox. Goes up with a larceny layup, and Wilcox gets the Suns on the board. We're tied at 2 with 3:45 left to go in the first. Hopkins with the basketball. Novotny, the opposite guard on the right wing, knocked down the big 3 to give the Knights the lead late in the basketball game. And now it's going to get stolen away. Lance got a hand on it, and they say it'll go off the hands of the Knights last. And they'll say Herman was the man to last touch. For Brian Schillian's squad and the Southeastern team, they'll tell you that the best game they had of the season was probably a loss. They placed West Prairie out of Colchester, who is a 2A state qualifier here this weekend. Lost to that team, but he said we really learned a lot about ourselves, had to play very, very tough. This team has played a lot of tough competition. They've played a dozen games against 2A competition, very tough teams over on the west central side of the state, and they won 10 of them. Lance's shot no good as it goes outside of the backboard. They get it up to Novotny in transition. Novotny goes up, gets fouled. No foul, though, as the call is nothing there. Looked like he got hit a little bit hard, but he'll get the basket. Novotny with his first 2 of the ball game. Suns come back on the attack. Wilcox pulls it back out. Now they get it down into Lance. Spin move. Goes up, gets blocked by Gerard Cooper. Second block of the game for Cooper. Brian Schillian wanted a call on that side. The officials letting the boys play so far here early in the first quarter. With the basketball now, running is Hopkins. His shot no good. Lance will come down with the rebound. He hands it off to Ramsey, and here comes the Suns. Ramsey wants to push the tempo, gets it down to Wilcox in the corner. A little bit of a zone look here now as they've got Cooper parked in the lane, and we'll get a foul. Foul is going to go against Braden Herman. That's going to be his second of the ball game, third of the quarter here against Ottawa Marquette. Herman had a nice basketball game in the quarterfinal as we get a shot knocked down from Nolan Stevens. Stevens is on the board with his first triple of the basketball game. The Suns take a 5-4 lead here with 1:50 left to go. Novotny down in the corner. Eyes the defenders. Picks the basketball up off the dribble and now gives it back out to Tate Hopkins. Cooper wanted to come set a pick. There was nothing to set a pick on, though, in this zone from the Suns. Hopkins, ball fake, drives into the lane. Runner with the right hand, rolls around the rim, no good. Cooper will get the rebound. He'll get fouled. Gerard Cooper will get fouled and head to the free throw line here for Ottawa Marquette. Foul against the Suns will be their first of the game. It's going to go against Cash Lance. It's his first as well. Cooper at the free throw line did not score in the quarterfinal. And there's going to be a free throw line violation on Cooper. That point will not count. We saw 3 of those in the first semifinal. It is something that this crew has been keeping an eye on. We won't question it. If they're over the free throw line, they're over the free throw line. But it is something they've definitely been taking a very close eye on here tonight in the semifinals. Cooper's first or second one up and good. Give him 3 on the evening. It's a 5-5 basketball game. Cooper's presence inside is intimidating. Very tall, long-armed center here for the Knights. Working around now is Wilcox. Back up to Lance. Ball fakes, drives into the right side, nothing there. He'll kick out to Stevens. Stevens gets a 3, gets partially tipped, and now Cooper will come up with it. Long outlet pass. He finds Herman. Herman goes up around Stevens. Goes up, gets blocked by Stevens from behind. We'll take a look at it here on the Northwestern Mutual replay. And the nice defensive play here from Nolan Stevens to stop the transition bucket for Ottawa. It'll be Knights basketball out of bounds. 55 seconds left to go here in the first. Herman with it. Popping out was Hopkins, nothing there, and the nice closeout defense from Carter Akers, excuse me. Now Stevens comes up with a big steal. They were trying to get it inside to Hellman, couldn't find anything there. Stevens with the steal. Running in transition is the Suns. 3 ball in the way is good for Cash Lance. He'll knock it down from long range. Cash is Cash. Give him 3. It's an 8-5 lead. 23 seconds left. Suns get the steal. Here they come. Ramsey up with the right hand. Off the glass, no good. Rebound comes down into Baron Hellman's hands. 15 seconds left to go here in the opening quarter. Six seconds, 5 seconds. Hopkins trying to get the basketball. Brian Shollian, vehement that he was on the sideline. Knights will not get a shot off, and that's how the first quarter ends. It's Southeastern 8, Marquette 5. We've reached the end of one quarter. Come back for second quarter play-by-play and more here in 60 seconds.
Hey, grab me one too.
If you have that drive and you want to do more with DOT, then there's opportunity there for you to do that. It's not the typical job that you would expect it to be. Like, it's just super fulfilling. When my life needed opportunity, I chose DOT.
It's 8-5. Augusta Southeastern leads Ottawa Marquette here after the first quarter. Nolan Stevens. Cash Lance each have 3 points on a 3-point basket. On the opposite side, Cooper Gerard's got 3 points to pace the Knights. It will be Marquette basketball as we get ready for second quarter play-by-play action here on Central Illinois Sports. Back to a little bit of a zone look as they quickly try to jump trap at the midcourt line. Now they toss it down into Hellman. He'll go up. High off the glass is good. Baron Hellman makes the Suns pay for that one. And it's an 8-7 basketball game. The Suns quickly tried to jump out and jump trap at the midcourt line, and when they did, they left Hellman wide open. Ramsey with it. Takes a few dribbles, pulls it back out behind the arc. He's guarded out by Noah Novotny. They were leaving Akers wide open. The Southeastern fans urging Carter Akers to shoot it. He passes it up. They give it now to Ramsey. Goes up against the much larger Gerard Cooper, and he could not get the basket to fall. With the running run is Hopkins. Hopkins goes in. With the runner, it's 9-8. Ottawa Marquette regains the lead here with 5:05 left in the second quarter. With the basketball now is Wilcox. Now Akers will take the three. It's no good, but Ramsey will grab the offensive rebound. Suns get another chance at it. Lance with it. Spins at the right elbow, goes in. Nice move from Cash Lance. Can't finish, though. Hellman will take the rebound. Hellman had a heck of a game. 15 points in the quarterfinal win. Really the only guy that could score for Marquette until the last moments in the fourth quarter. They get it into Cooper. Cooper, ball fake, kicks it back out. They work it around the perimeter. Now over to the left side to Herman. He'll fire up a three. It's no good. And Cooper will grab the rebound. Second chance opportunity now for the Knights with 4:17 left in the half. Ball fake, they get it to Novotny. He'll toss it into Cooper. Lance got a hand on it. Cooper on the ground trying to keep it in play. He kicks it back out. Now it's Herman, and he'll get whistled for the traveling violation. Trying to pass it inside. Saw that the Suns were able to close out, and they ended up dragging the feet. Something that Southeastern is very good at defensively is anticipating where the ball is going to go on the defensive side, moving to quickly get their hands in the passing lane. It's going to be a three up on the way for Ramsey off the back of the iron. Gerard Cooper grabs the rebound for the Knights. Here comes Ottawa Marquette trying to push. It's Tate Hopkins with it. Moves the basketball into the middle of the court, and Ottawa Marquette will set up as Hellman trying to post up against Carter Akers. Now he gets it in. Goes up against Lance, gets blocked. It's going to go out of bounds, and they say that'll stay with Ottawa Marquette. We are seeing Ottawa Marquette work the basketball inside a lot more than they did during the quarterfinal earlier today. Part of that comes to the height that Cambridge posed their way. Now it's a steal. Here comes Wilcox. Wilcox goes up with the left hand and good. Hayden Wilcox, gets the steal in the basket. 4 points for Wilcox, and Marquette wants the timeout. We'll take it too as we get a steal at the larceny and the layup. Hunter Wilcox. Hayden Wilcox, coast to coast. Suns are up. We're back at Central Illinois Sports.
Griffin Signs and Time at 122 South 9th Street in Quincy is a full-service sign company that can complete any project, from fully wrapping your entire fleet of vehicles, digital signs, storefronts, to creating small banners and signs. The right and professional signage is the difference of getting the job, heading folks in the correct direction to find you, or creating a brand recognition for potential customers. Put the right signs in your customer's mind with Griffin Signs and Time. Call 217-228-7470.
Marquette takes the timeout. It's their first of the basketball game. We're back to live action, and it's now 10-9 as we'll get that last basket up for the Suns. Marquette with the basketball here. Novotny with it. Kicks it around over. Now it's going to be stolen away from Ramsey. Ramsey goes around. Spin move with the block. Goes up with the right hand. Gets blocked. Out of the way from Hellman. Three ball on the way from Cash Lance. Can't find the mark. Now Hellman comes down with the rebound. Gets caught, and Lance is going to get caught for reach in there about 70 feet away from the basket. First team foul of the quarter for Southeastern. For Lance. That'll be his second foul of the ball game. They are going to check something out here on Hayden Wilcox, taking a look over at his eye. And they say that he may have a little bit of blood exiting out of his mouth. Doesn't appear to be anything on the jersey. The official's not signaling anything. And they'll try to tend to it with a towel, and they'll let him get back into action. 10-9 ball game. 2:54 left to go here in the second quarter. They work the basketball now down into Cooper. Gets stolen away. Akers comes up with it for Southeastern. Gets the basketball out to Ramsey, and now here come the Suns. Akers with the basketball left wide open. If Carter Akers could knock one down for Southeastern, that would open things a lot, as they'd have to respect him on the defensive side. They'll get it to Akers. Passes it around now back down into Wilcox. Drives baseline. Gets caught at the block. Trying to get rid of it. Nowhere to go. Gets a big step around Cooper. The rebound comes down into Novotny. They kick the basketball up top, now stolen away. Here comes Wilcox with it. Wilcox coast to coast on the steal, and he'll get the layup. Hayden Wilcox has 6. Another turnover, and Brian Scholian will take the timeout. It's an Adams Fiber timeout. We'll take it 2 as the Suns get a couple of steals and baskets from Hayden Wilcox, and they now claim a 12-9 lead. We are back here in 1 minute on Central Illinois Sports.
For nearly 40 years, the Niebuhr Funeral Home has been serving our area with professionalism and compassion. This is our business, our hometown. You can be assured we take great personal pride in serving your family in your time of loss. We're locally owned. We're your friends and neighbors. We care about you and your family. Niebuhr Funeral Home, with locations in Pittsfield and Barrie, serving our community with compassion and respect.
There's a road that makes all the difference between the good and the great. A road less traveled for the few who can handle the grind. One of hard work, dedication, integrity, and leadership, with a respect for heritage and tradition and a willingness to adapt. At Little Jess, we travel that road every day because we believe in that difference. And we dare our competition to try and keep up. Little Jess, serving the tri-state area since 1969.
Southeastern takes the timeout on the floor. It's going to be their first. Remind you, for the fastest internet experience available, that's Wi-Fi 6 with speeds up to 1 gigabit. That means you'll never buffer while watching us on Central Illinois Sports. FollowTheFiber.net is where you want to go to learn more about Adams Fiber. Almost stolen away. Herman comes back up with the basketball. Novotny now with it as they kick it back up to Hopkins. 3 ball on the way from Hopkins as he fires it up off the left wing. No good. Herman comes down with the rebound. He'll get fouled, and he will go to the free throw line. Southeastern gets whistled for their second of the quarter. That's going to go against Carter Akers. It'll be his first. At the free throw line, Braden Herman. No points here in the evening so far in the first half. The first one is up and good, and it's now a 12-10 basketball game. For this Marquette team, Herman averages 10 points a game. Hopkins averages 11. Hellman averages 8. All of these stats that we've been receiving over the week seem to be thrown out the window today because defense has come in bunches here today at the state quarterfinals. 3 ball off the glass is good for Cash Lance. 15-10. Lance now has 6 on 2 3-pointers. They work the basketball now down into Herman. Picks it back up outside the arc over to Hellman. Drives in. Gets caught in a double team. Back out to Hellman at the free throw line. They dump it into Cooper. Cooper goes up it, gets a double team, and that's a tough move for Gerard Cooper. 15-12. Cooper has 5. Less than a minute to go here in the first half. We'll get you caught up on scoring and more here at the Little Jess Motors halftime show. Stevens behind the back. Crossover dribble goes into the right side, gets blocked again by Cooper. 3rd block of the game for Cooper. With the basketball is Hellman in the corner, gets it back up to Hopkins. 25 seconds left. He'll fire one up from the top of the key. It's off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound comes down to Ramsey. Ramsey pushing the tempo. Nice crossover dribble for Ramsey. Takes it to the cup, can't finish. Wilcox will get the offensive rebound with 13 seconds. They get it back to Ramsey on the opposite block, kick it back out to Akers. Nice ball fake again from Ramsey. Kicks it back out. This is Lance. Lance driving in out to Stevens. 3 seconds. 2. Wilcox to the buzzer. It's no good. And we've reached the halftime break. The Little Jess Motors halftime show, where it's Augusta Southeastern 15, Ottawa Marquette 12. We'll give you some halftime statistics and more coming up here in just a few minutes. You're watching the IESA Boys Basketball State Tournament live on Central Illinois Sports.
Here at Little Jess, we value hard work, dedication, integrity, and leadership. We have a respect for heritage and tradition and believe in the pursuit of building legacies, breaking records, and putting forth award-winning results. That's why supporting schools and local teams is one of our favorite and most exciting parts of our business. For over 7 decades, we strive daily to use those same values as a foundation to meet our community's automotive needs and support our future generations. Little Jess Motors, serving our community since 1969.
I have to speak to you about something that is concerning me. Heard you and your mother talking about this Arlo fella.
You're dating someone?
Yeah.
Dad, Arlo's the name of the new security cameras that we got from our service provider. Arlo's not a boy.
Oh, boy. Ah, not a boy. Apparently, we just learned that it's a camera. Named after a boy. Why don't you name it Peter?
I like hard work. I mean, I kind of was raised that way. You really do make a difference. You're helping ship out food to feed people. Someone's got to do it, and I don't mind doing the hard work of it, you know. That gives me meaning, and I do go home rewarded. Every time I drop off a pallet, it's kind of corny, but I look back at it with a sense of pride. I'm like, yep, I built that, it looks awesome, and then I just drive away. I love it. When my life needed meaning, I chose Dot.
Stottsy Automotive and Tire, located at 201 Adams Street in Camp Point, Illinois, is your local automotive repair shop. Whether you need an oil change, brake job, alignment, engine repair, or new tires, Stottsy Automotive is here with honest and competitive pricing. Call Reagan and his team today to schedule your appointment. 217-740-5010. That's 217-740-5010 for Stottsy Automotive and Tire.
Welcome you back here on the Little Jess Motors Halftime Show. Little Jess, located in Quincy, Illinois, your place to go for your next vehicle purchase. Their experienced staff makes the car buying process simple and easy for you. Visit them online at littlejessjeep.com, or if you happen to be in the Quincy area, stop by and see them in person at 3431 Main Street in Quincy. Leading scoring for the Southeastern Suns here, Hayden Wilcox has 6, Cash Lance has 6, Nolan Stevens has 3. And that makes up the 15 points here so far for the Southeastern Suns. On the opposite side, Noah Novotny has 2, Braden Herman has 1, and Gerard Cooper has 5. We are missing a couple of points here on the Marquette side. We'll go and get those down during our next commercial break here. Sometimes we just don't keep up with stats as often as we should. It's been a fun ball game here as Augusta Southeastern still kind of reeling off of some of the hot shooting they had in the first half. A couple of big threes knocked down from Cash Lance and Nolan Stevens. This team averages 4 a game. They've had nearly a dozen in the quarterfinal, and they've already got 3 here tonight in this state semifinal. Nice defensive efforts here on both sides so far, and it'll be a fun second half to see what adjustments are made and see who comes out on top in this one. It's Augusta Southeastern 15, Ottawa Marquette 12. You're watching exclusive coverage of the IESA Boys Basketball State Tournament live here on Central Illinois Sports. When we come back, we'll get you set. Coming up to tell you what's coming up Thursday and next weekend with your subscription. Don't go anywhere. You're watching junior high basketball on Central Illinois Sports.
When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies focus on your income. At Northwestern Mutual, we focus on your outcome. That's why we know what it takes to succeed both on your balance sheet and in your life. It takes the right financial partner who looks at where you are now and where you want to go and design a financial plan to take you there so you can achieve the life you're after today and every day after. Focus on your financial outcome with Northwestern Mutual. Contact Sheila Davidsmeyer today. Her office is located at 311 West Washington in Pittsfield, Illinois, or visit SheilaDavidsmeyer.nm.com. The Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Game Masters is your headquarters for all your hunting gear. We have more than just camo hunting attire. Come check out our casual lines of Sitka, Under Armour, North Face, Columbia, Drake, and more. Pursue your prey with these off-road Quiet Cat bikes from Game Masters. Easy to transport and perfect for your next hunting adventure. Game Masters, we're passionate about the outdoors. From bag to field to bin, Prairieland FS is your home for quality seed. We treat it right here at one of our local facilities, deliver it right to your farm, and then provide the propane to fuel your bins. Have confidence in what you're putting in your engine with our energy specialist. They're focused on maximizing power, fuel efficiency, and engine protection to keep you going. We're neighbors serving neighbors. Prairieland FS, your leading supplier of choice.
Are you looking to streamline your banking? Great Rivers Bank has just what you need with our streamlined checking and savings accounts. Earn high interest rates or get cash back on debit card purchases with your qualifying account, plus ATM fee refunds. Certain qualifications required. Call or visit our website today at www.greatriversbank.bank to get started. Great Rivers Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Seed selection is one of the important decisions required to achieve yield goals. Logan Agri-Service represents top seed lines in the industry like Lewis Hybrids, Stein Seed, and AgriGold, and focuses on products developed to meet or exceed our customers' expectations. Sit down with one of our experienced local seed experts who will work with you to help select top-producing corn hybrids and soybean varieties tailored for your specific soils and fertility levels. Or visit us online at loganag.com. Logan Agri-Service, serving agriculture since 1962.
There's a road that makes all the difference between the good and the great. A road less traveled for the few who can handle the grind. One of hard work, dedication, integrity, and leadership, with a respect for heritage and tradition and a willingness to adapt. At Little Jess, we travel that road every day because we believe in that difference. And we dare our competition to try and keep up. Little Jess, serving the tri-state area since 1969.
Welcome you back here on the Little Jess halftime show, where Augusta Southeastern leads Ottawa Marquette 15-12 at halftime of our second state semifinal. The winner will take on West Lincoln Broadwell coming up Thursday at 7:30. The loser will take on Siegel St. Michael's at 6 p.m. You'll have both of those games coming up here Thursday on Central Illinois Sports. Your subscription tonight to junior high basketball gets you access to those games on Thursday, as well as the upcoming 8th grade tournament next weekend. So if you happen to know a school who will be in the 8th grade state tournament next weekend, you're already covered. You've already got access in to watch the games. All you need to do is just log in. We remind you we also have crews at all 4 class sites here this weekend: El Paso, Gridley, Macon, Meridian, Normal, Kingsley, and here at East Peoria. And you can tune into any of those games that you want to live as well. Put one on your TV, put one on your phone, put one on your tablet, and keep tabs of everything happening around the state of Illinois here on Central Illinois Sports. We'll be back as part of our partnership with the IHSA in the spring, giving you live coverage of the girls' state volleyball tournaments. That'll be coming up in mid-March. Augusta Southeastern has as storied of a program in girls volleyball as any in the state, and they'll be a definite pick to maybe be in one of those state quarterfinals coming up in mid-March. If you're new to us here on the Central Illinois Sports Channel, we remind you we do a lot of coverage over in the West Central area of high school boys and girls basketball, and we'll be loading up for the postseason. We'll have coverage from 1A sectionals at Abingdon-Avon, along with potentially Liberty or New Berlin, along with sectional action at North Green and Abingdon-Avon. All of those feed into the 1A boys super sectional at Jacksonville Route. We'll also have live coverage from the 2A, 3A super sectional doubleheader at UIS in Springfield. That is always a very fun time at the PC3, as they call it. We will step away for a quick break. When we come back, second half action here from the IESA 7th grade Class 1A state semifinal. Don't go anywhere. You're watching junior high basketball on Central Illinois Sports.
I like hard work. I mean, I kind of was raised that way. You really do make a difference. You're helping ship out food to feed people. Someone's got to do it, and I don't mind doing the hard work of it, you know. That gives me meaning, and I do go home rewarded. Every time I drop off a pallet, it's kind of corny, but I look back at it with a sense of pride. I'm like, yep, I built that, it looks awesome, and then I just drive away. I love it. When my life needed meaning, I chose Doc.
Cedar Lake Campground has been owned and operated by the Cranberg family for over 50 years. Located off of Highway 24 between Coatesburg and Camp Point, Cedar Lake Campground is a quiet family campground that you're sure to enjoy. With 60 RV spots with water and electric and our 5-acre lake, it's a perfect spot for a weekend spent fishing, spending time with family, and enjoying the great outdoors. Find out more about Cedar Lake Campground on Facebook or call 217-455-4602.
Getting you ready for second half action as starters from both sides take the court here to begin the second half. It's going to be Southeastern basketball here to begin the third frame. It'll be Wilcox, Ramsey, Stevens, Lance, and Akers on the floor. For the Suns on the opposite side for the Knights is Novotny, Hellman, Hopkins, Herman, and Cooper. Driving in is Wilcox, goes all the way in past the big man in Cooper and drops it in for a quick deuce. And just like that, Southeastern's on the board here to begin the third quarter. They now lead by 5, 17-12. Hayden Wilcox now with 8 points. And by gosh, he has been able to make a big presence here as Cooper gets the answer. He's got 7 now for the Knights. But Wilcox has been able to penetrate in, get some easy layups underneath the basket. Flashing up high is Lance. That's the pick for Wilcox. Drives in on the pick and roll. Now they get it down to Akers. He's in double trouble. Guarded at the block and throws it away, and it's stolen by Herman. And now Akers will commit the foul afterwards. For Carter Akers, that's going to be his second of the contest, first of the quarter against Southeastern. For Carter Akers, despite committing the turnover, Brian Schillian says this is a young man that has stepped into the starting role after an injury to one of his other teammates and really has helped out and rounded out this starting five for the Suns as Cooper's shot is up and no good. Herman grabs the rebound off the glass, no good. Third rebound goes down into Hellman's hands, and now it's going to be a jump ball. Possession will stay with Marquette. But he gives the Suns a little bit of physicality, does Akers, and a lot of hard work ethic, especially on the defensive side. For Marquette, they get the basketball into Hellman. It's a 3-ball on the way now for Hopkins off the side of the rim. Wilcox will grab the rebound for Southeastern. Gets it into the hands of Stevens. They get it up to Ramsey, the ball handler. He'll manage the offense here with 4:42 left to go in the third. Flashing high is Akers. Gets the pick. Now he stops and pops. Nice shot for Akers off the side of the rim. No good. But the rebound grabbed by Lance. Stevens thought about the three. Drives in, kicks it back out. Now Wilcox with a three. It's good. Hayden Wilcox is the man of the night so far. He's in double figures with 11. And the Suns are up now by 6, 20-14. They get it down into Cooper. Gerard Cooper gets double teamed. Loses the basketball, stolen away now by Stevens. Ramsey surveys the scene for Southeastern. Nothing there. He'll get the offense set up in a half-court set. Works over to the left side. Trying to find Akers down in the post. Doesn't like what he sees. Now kicks it back out to Stevens on the left wing. Suns overloaded on the left side. Here comes the pick from Lance. Driving in. Dumps it down into Akers. Nice play. Can't finish. It's a loose ball rebound. Akers comes up with it. Lance will fire from the top of the key. No good. And the rebound grabbed by Baron Hellman. With the basketball's Hopkins. Kicks it over to Novotny. He'll fire up a big long three off the back of the rim. No good. And he's going to get fouled, though, by Wilcox. And Noah Novotny will head to the free throw line here for not 1, 2, but 3 tries. Or no, they say that's going to be an after the shot foul, and it's going to go out of bounds. Okay. Wilcox will get whistled for the foul. It's his first, team second against the quarter on Southeastern. They say that Novotny had enough time to land after the shot that they won't call it for that. Noah Novotny got fouled on a similar play in the quarterfinal and went to the free throw line for 3. They try to toss it down into Cooper. Tipped away and stolen. Stevens got a hand on it. Lance came up with a steal. They get it to Ramsey. Drives in against Novotny. Goes up with the right hand, no good. And the rebound comes down into the hands of Baron Hellman, and he'll get fouled from behind. Foul is going to go against Hayden Wilcox. That'll be his second, team third of the quarter here for Southeastern. When we reach 5 fouls at the quarter, we'll go to double bonus shooting. No more 1-and-1s here in the land of Lincoln. Hopkins with the basketball, averaging just about a dozen a game. Kicks it over to Novotny. Now they get it into Herman in the corner. Double teamed and has to get rid of it. Novotny's got to dribble out of trouble now as he's guarded by Wilcox. Throws the basketball away. Scrambling to try and save it was Tate Hopkins, and instead it goes out of bounds. It's a turnover against Marquette. Mario Bernabe checks in, the 7th grade forward for Marquette. Novotny will take a quick seat. 2:54 left to go here in the third quarter. Flashing high is Lance. Kicks it back out. Ramsey. 3-ball on the way. Off the side of the rim. No good. Bernabe grabs the rebound for Marquette. Knights want to run. They kick it back up quickly now to Hellman. Hellman goes up. Gets blocked by Lance. Double team. Has to get rid of it. Gets it up to Ramsey. The Suns want to run now. Ramsey driving down the lane. Guarded by Bernabe. Lance takes it at the free throw line. Hesitation. Goss's separation, but kicks it back off to Ramsey with 2:23 left to go. Stevens with the basketball. Scored 19 in the quarterfinal and looked really good doing it. Scored 21. The long three ball in and out from Ramsey. Cooper grabs the rebound. Took an extra step and got away with it. And now they're going to get a backcourt violation call as Hopkins was not established across the time stripe, the officials say. Jason Herman disagrees, but it'll be a turnover against the Knights. With the basketball driving down now is Ramsey, guarded out by Bernabe. 1:52 left to go here in the third. Audio is on. Ramsey drives in on the right side, kicks it out to Stevens, guarded out by Hopkins. They'll get it back to Ramsey in the corner. Lance in the post if they can get it into him. 1:33 left to go. Marquette fans enjoying the defensive efforts here. Wilcox drives in, kicks it out. Akers, baseline, jumper is no good. Wilcox fighting for the rebound. He's going to grab it and kick it back out. Suns will get a second chance here with 1:20 to go. Hayden Wilcox is having a great game here for Southeastern. And now Ramsey's going to get bumped. Foul's going to go against Bernabe. It'll be his first, team first of the quarter here for Marquette. They'll quickly kick it down into Stevens. Thought about the three, instead tosses it up to Hudson Ramsey. He'll fire one up from long range. It's no good. And Hopkins will come down with the rebound, getting pressured from Stevens. He'll back off now with 1 minute to go, and the Knights will get an opportunity. Herman with the basketball. They work it around now to Hellman. 50 seconds left to go. Hopkins drives in, up off the glass and good. Tate Hopkins knocks it in for two more. It's 20-16 now for Hopkins, his first basket of the ball game. Ramsey will bring it across the time stripe with just about a half minute left here in the third. Suns lead 20-16. They will get the basketball to start the fourth, buying a tie-up or a change of possession. Wilcox with it, comes up and gets the pick from Lance, drives into the lane, gets cut off as Cooper was there that time. Ramsey with the basketball, crossover dribble in the corner, needs to get rid of it. 15 seconds, he'll drive in, stops, pops at the left elbow. Cooper gets his hands on it, another block for Gerard Cooper. That's at least four. They get it up to Cooper, goes up, high off the glass and good. Gerard Cooper gets it, the block, gets the bucket. 20-18, Cooper's got 9. And the long three at the end of the quarter for Southeastern is no good. We've reached the end of 3 quarters of play. Augusta Southeastern 20, Ottawa Marquette 18. Get fourth quarter play-by-play and more coming up here in 60 seconds.
Make your dream kitchen and bath a reality with help from Pike County Lumber. We'll create a design to fit your lifestyle and your needs. Quartz countertops, quality onyx that offers dozens of colors. From start to finish, trust the knowledge and experience at Pike County Lumber.
Since 1921, Farmers State Bank of Camp Point has been a vital part of our community's history. We are proud of our growth, our community leadership, and our success, which is only possible because of all those who shared this journey with us. We are grateful to the generations of loyal customers, families, businesses, employees, officers, and directors who have shaped not only our story, but our entire communities. Thank you. We look forward to serving you and your future generations for the next 100 years. Farmers State Bank and Camp Point. Together, we are a strong, united community.
Welcome you back here after 3 quarters of play. Augusta Southeastern leads Ottawa Marquette 20-18. Hayden Wilcox has 11 for Southeastern. On the opposite side, Gerard Cooper has 9 for Ottawa Marquette. It'll be the Suns basketball to begin the fourth quarter as Marquette has some life back under their shoes. The winner gets a very good West Lincoln Broadwell team coming up here on Thursday. Wilcox drives in, hesitates at the free throw line, goes underneath. Cooper gives him some trouble, and now it's going to go out of bounds off the hands of Wilcox. And it'll go back here to the Knights to begin the fourth quarter. Ottawa Marquette's found themselves in some challenges here. They've had a couple of losses already this season, and that big game they talk about against JFK of Spring Valley, where they were down early, able to press and turn up the pressure defensively and come back, is one they hang their hats on. But it won't start there as Cooper gets whistled for the travel in the lane. 5:26 left to go in our last game of 6 here today. It's been a really fun afternoon, evening, and morning here at East Peoria Central Junior High School. Stevens with the basketball as Novotny hits the deck. He'll get back up. He's hobbling a little bit. He tweaked his leg pretty hard in the quarterfinal. With the basketball now is Wilcox. Takes a dribble, picks it up at the left elbow, hands it off to Ramsey. Ramsey will reset. Now down to Lance. Cash Lance driving in, goes up against 3 guys. He'll get fouled and go to the free throw line as he takes it right at Gerard Cooper and draws the foul. They will whistle the foul, though, against Baron Hellman. It's going to be his first. Team first of the quarter here against Ottawa Marquette. Cash Lance at the free throw line. 6 points on the night, 14 earlier in the day, and the first one is up and good. It's a 3-point lead again for the Suns. Lance has 7. Bernabe checks back in for Ottawa Marquette. Cash Lance, one of those guys that has become a really good shooter and a driver and really has a nice inside game as well, says Coach Brian Schillian. As Lance knocks down the second free throw, he's got 8. It's a 4-point advantage here for the Suns with 4:47 left to go on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. The pass from Herman stolen away now. Suns with an opportunity to extend the 4-point lead. They get the pick from Akers. 3 ball on the way from Ramsey off the front of the rim, no good. Quickly picked up now by Hellman. It gets tipped away and it'll go out of bounds on Southeastern on the nice hustle play from Hayden Wilcox. They check things out over at the Marquette bench. Jason Herman wants a 30-second timeout. It's an Adams Fiber timeout. We'll take it too. Don't go anywhere. We've got fourth quarter action coming your way next.
United Community Bank has been serving our community in banking since 1973 and is a proud member of the Pittsfield Strong United community. UCB brings you the latest banking technology, security, and convenience you expect, delivered with friendly local service you deserve from your community bank. UCB invites you to stop in for a visit at No. 1 Professional Plaza in Pittsfield, or you can find them online at ucbbank.com. United Community Bank, the leader of community banking, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Sign up for a Saki Rewards debit card.
Back to live action here after Marquette took the timeout. The 30-second break comes back to live action here with Hopkins taking the ball across the time stripe for the Knights. He hands it off over to Herman. Drives in the baseline. Now they work it down inside to Hellman. Hellman has been held scoreless here tonight after scoring 15 in the quarterfinal earlier today. They work the basketball out. Hopkins, ball fake. Thought about the 3, instead hands it back off to Herman. He'll work down the left side. Thinks about it, goes up with the right hand. A very patient play for Herman. Give him 3 now on the night. And it's 22-20 on a really nice play that Herman just kind of let develop, didn't try to rush it through the triple coverage and found the opening. Southeastern student section, just about 50 students deep here today. Tim Kerr and the crew may have the hardest job of all keeping track of all those guys and keeping them under control today because they're having a lot of fun here at East Peoria. Stevens whistle for the travel. And it'll be a turnover against Southeastern. .334 left to go. It's just a 2-point basketball game. We've had one game reach overtime already today. Thought we might have had a second, but it never happened. This one kind of smells like all the recipe for an overtime affair. They work the basketball down into Hellman. He gets triple teamed, has to kick it back out. Back top of the key, this is Hopkins. Southeastern very good. When you pick the basketball up, there are 2 or 3 of them right there at your hip. Lance got a little bit of a fingertip on it. He'll get the rebound as well. Here comes Southeastern. Ramsey with the basketball, kicks it down to Stevens in the corner. Back around top, Lance again, guarded out by Herman. Gets it tipped away. Wilcox chases it down. Southeastern retains possession with 2:56 left to go. Akers comes up, sets the pick for Lance. He'll drive into the lane, goes up against Cooper, instead kicks it out to Stevens. Wilcox drives in. Ramsey now over to Akers. Southeastern as patient as we have seen them today on the offensive side with the basketball. They've got a 2-point lead. Akers down in the corner, left wide open. Herman got a hand on it, ripped away from Wilcox. That is a big boy play from Wilcox. 3 ball out of Stevens' hands, doesn't hit the mark. Herman comes up with the rebound. 2:20 left to go. Here comes Hopkins for Marquette. Kicks it down into the hands of Hellman. He gets caught at the short corner. Baseline pass down into Bernabé. They work it around. Hopkins comes in. Hellman goes up off the glass and good. And Baron Hellman with the and one opportunity here as we take a look on the Northwestern Mutual replay. Hellman is a nice basketball player, able to drive inside, gets around on the baseline. He'll get the foul and go to the free throw line here for Marquette. For Hellman, his first basket of the ball game. Foul gets whistled against Stevens. It'll be his first. Team first of the game. Hellman's free throw is up and good. He's got 3. Marquette takes the lead, 23-22. 2 minutes left to go here in regulation. Ramsey with a 3. Off the side of the iron, no good. Hopkins will come up with a rebound. 1:54 left to go. Now extended pressure here from the Suns. Hellman behind the back and a crossover dribble. Gets it into Cooper. He kicks it back out. 3 ball on the way is no good. And a rebound grab by Bernabé. He'll get partially blocked to go out of bounds and stay with Marquette. Each team still with plenty of fouls to give here in the remaining 139 before anybody gets into bonus. With the basketball now is Herman. Drives in, stops at the left elbow. Gets tipped away by Stevens. Stolen by Lance. Here come the Suns. They've got an opportunity to take the lead with a minute and a half to go in regulation. Stevens with the basketball. 21 points in the quarterfinal today. The man to maybe look at here to make a big basket for Southeastern. He and Lance will be the top 2 targets. But Wilcox has had the hot hand here tonight for the Suns. Brian Schillian wants a timeout to talk it over. We'll take the Adams Fiber timeout as well. With Wi-Fi 6 and internet speeds up to 1 gigabit, it's the best internet experience you can get available for your home. Visit followthefiber.net to learn more. We're back here in 1 minute.
Seed selection is one of the important decisions required to achieve yield goals. Logan Agri-Service represents top seed lines in the industry like Lewis Hybrids, Stein Seed, and AgriGold, and focuses on products developed to meet or exceed our customers' expectations. Sit down with one of our experienced local seed experts who will work with you to help select top-producing corn hybrids and soybean varieties tailored for your specific soils and fertility levels. Or visit us online at loganag.com. Logan Agri-Service, serving agriculture since 1962.
Coming back out of the Adams Fiber timeout, we remind you about the IESA Division Sportsmanship Award. At least one IESA member school in each of the 15 Board of Directors geographic divisions will be voted by its peers to receive the Division Sportsmanship Award. To be eligible, the school must be involved in at least 50% of IESA sports and activities, and the school must have no players, coaches, or fans ejected during the school year. And the school's players, coaches, and fans must exemplify all-around good behavior. Schools will vote online in March to determine the division winners, and they will be presented with their recognition at the awards recognition banquet in April at the DoubleTree Hotel in Bloomington. 1:13 left to go here in East Peoria. Ramsey with the basketball, guarded out now by Cooper, who steps way out of his comfort zone defensively. He'll step back into the lane. Bernabé comes back up now to guard Ramsey. Less than a minute to go. Officials have the 5 count working on him. He drives down into the baseline. He'll get caught. Bernabé's going to get caught for the body and the foul. Just the second of the quarter, though, here against Marquette. For Bernabé, that'll be his second of the game. You need to get to 5 fouls if you're going to try and put somebody to the free throw line. Obviously not what Marquette was wanting to do. They'll toss it back in. Stevens gets it. Works it down into Lance. Lance goes up against double coverage and good. Cash Lance gives Augusta Southeastern the lead. It's 24-23. Lance has 10. Fans getting on their feet now. They get it into Herman. Herman knits it down. 25-24. Here we go back and forth for the last 30 seconds. Ramsey with the basketball. Gets it back out to Wilcox. He's been the hot hand here tonight for Southeastern. They work it down to Stevens in the corner. 25 seconds, and it'll get tipped out of bounds as Hopkins got a hand on it. Novotny will check back in. Bernabé will step back down just in case Ottawa needs another offensive threat. Novotny knocked down the big go-ahead shot for the Knights late in the fourth quarter of the quarterfinal, and now we'll get a foul in the backcourt as Hopkins will get whistled. That'll be his first, team third. Wilcox will inbound here for Southeastern in front of the opposite bench. Opposite bench of fans, excuse me. It goes off the back of Novotny and gets stolen away. Hopkins comes up with it, 20 seconds left to go. Southeastern's got to get a steal. They get it to Cooper, now to Novotny, 15 seconds. And now Ramsey comes flying in and wraps up Novotny, and it'll be a quick foul against Ramsey. For Ramsey, it'll be his first. Team second for Southeastern. Hopkins with the basketball. Ramsey will foul quickly again as Southeastern is going to try and get a steal here or put them to the line. 3 team fouls each now with just 11 seconds left to go as Herman came up with a big basket for Marquette. They'll get the basketball now into Novotny, and he just holds on to it. Herman trying to call a timeout for his team, and we're going to get a foul whistled up against Wilcox. It's going to be his third, team fourth, as the clock just kind of, don't necessarily know if the clock moved that much. 4 team fouls now for Southeastern. Next one puts Marquette to the line. Now they find Herman wide open. Herman goes up with the layup, and that's good. That might be enough to do it. Herman's got 7. 28, 27, 24. 3 ball on the way from Cash Lance off the top of the backboard and no good. Ottawa Marquette steals one here from Augusta Southeastern at the end of the basketball game on 2 big baskets from Braden Herman to win this one and advance to the state championship. They'll take on West Lincoln Broadwell coming up Thursday at 7:30 p.m. Augusta Southeastern has nothing to frown about here tonight. They will return for a third-place contest against Siegel St. Michael's. That will be at 6 o'clock. We have reached the Little Jess, not Little Jess, Blessing Health System post-game show. We'll get final scores for you and more and wrap up our day here at East Peoria coming up in just a minute on Central Illinois Sports.
We do a procedure called a transcatheter aortic valve replacement, and we call it TAVR.
TAVR is state-of-the-art. It wasn't really available worldwide until the early 2000s.
It's a minimally invasive procedure in order to replace the valve.
I'm number 1.
I was number 100. Years ago, they would have to do open heart surgery, and now they don't.
Had I not had it done, I would not be here today. I feel like I'm living on a bonus of blessings.
Welcome you back here to the Blessing Health System post-game show where Ottawa Marquette rallies at the end for 4 quick points from Braden Herman and rallies for a 27-24 win over Augusta Southeastern here in the 7-1A semifinal. Ottawa Marquette again returns to take on West Lincoln Broadwell in Thursday's state championship game. Southeastern will take on the Sharpshooters of Siegel St. Michael in the third-place contest. Final scoring here on the night, Noah Novotny for Marquette has 2, Baron Hellman has 3, Tate Hopkins with 2, Braden Herman with 2 quick baskets at the end of the basketball game gives him 7, and Gerard Cooper has 9 for the Knights, who improved to 23-2 here on the season. On the opposite side for the Suns, who fall to 19-5, Carter Akers plays but did not score tonight. Hayden Wilcox finishes with 11, Cash Lance with 10, Nolan Stevens 3 points here on the night after the big 21-point effort early in the day. It was a fun defensive-minded matchup. That's what we expected from both of these teams here in a low-scoring contest. 27-24 is our final. We have wrapped up 6 games here in the state tournament. We've got our trophy game set for next Thursday. If you are watching us here tonight, you're already set. All you need to do is tune back in on Thursday, and you can watch trophy action from East Peoria, or you can watch the trophy games from any of the 4 classes on Central Illinois Sports, and you're also locked in already for the 8th grade tournament next weekend as well. We thank you so very much. From my cameraman Rylan, who's been working so hard alongside me all day, my name is Brian Shoemaker. We are so very happy, humbled, and honored that you've chosen to spend your weekend day with us watching junior high state basketball action here from East Peoria. We are signing off from Central Junior High School. Be careful getting home if you're driving home anywhere tonight. Hey, call your mom. She probably misses you. We'll see you on Thursday.